Hi guys, welcome to Heart Academy number 11. I'm excited today because I have my first volunteers for Heart Academy. Today I have Lee Wexler. I also have
Lauren.
And I also have
Patrick.
And we're going to do a couple of these problems for you together. If you look on the first page of today's review packet, we're going to answer this question. Question number 1.
Review packet.
Lee. To add integers with the same sign, blank their absolute values. The answer has the same sign of the numbers being added. What word goes here?
Add.
Add. That's my girl. Okay. So we need to add. She's got it. That's huge. But I'm going to write it like this anyway. So we're going to add. Lauren. To add integers with different signs, blank their absolute values. So when you have a positive and a negative. Is your name Lauren?
Sorry.
All right, here we go. So to add integers with different signs, yes, we need to subtract.
Subtract.
There you go. This one's going to be for Lauren.
Good Lord. For me.
To subtract a number, blank its opposite.
Add.
Add, that's right, it's opposite. Change the minus sign. So this is when we are doing subtraction, you know how to change it to addition? Okay? So those are it. These are basically the rules of integers, and we can also look at the integer chart that we put on MyLab under the Heart Academy. I'm going to go over here to the second page, okay? And then I'll pause for a second because we need a break. Multiplying, dividing. Lauren, when multiplying or dividing two numbers with the same sign, the answer will always be?
Positive.
You go, girl. Right? Answer is positive. Lee, when multiplying or dividing two numbers with different signs.
Negative. Gotcha.
Good job, Lee. The answer will always be
Negative.
negative. I don't know why you're yelling into the mic.
Negative, not positive.
Son, aka Patrick, 5 plus negative 12 would be, since we have a positive and negative, we're going to subtract, keep the sign of the higher number.
-7.
-7. That's my boy. There it is.
My mom's waiting.
All right.
Bye, Heart Academy.
Lee is leaving us for this evening.
Bye,
Sorry, guys. So, but we still have Patrick and Lauren with us for the rest of these problems, at least for a few. So now we have 20 plus -7. We have a positive plus a negative. Lauren, what should this answer be?
13.
You go, girl. Why is this a positive 13?
Because 20 is a higher number.
That's right. So we keep the sign of the higher digit. Excellent. So now I have 17 plus a -13. What do I do here? Positive plus a negative. We subtract, keep the sign of the higher digit, right? So if I subtract, what do I have here?
17 minus 13.
Oh, yeah. So 17 minus 13. What is our 17 minus 13? What we have left over?
4.
Okay. So what kind of 4 is it going to be? Positive or negative?
Positive.
That's right. Positive because?
17 is a higher number.
That's my girl. All right. So today, actually, Lee, Patrick, and Lauren all stayed after school today to complete the packet and the homework, so they have this down. So I'm very excited to have my first student participants of Heart Academy.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to take a break for a second. We'll be right back at you. Okay, welcome back to Heart Academy, the number 11. But we last left off with reviewing how to do integers, multiplying, subtracting, and dividing integers. So this is the next part that's on your review packet, okay? So this is subtraction. Remember, with subtraction, we're going to keep the first number, change it to an addition problem, and then change the sign of the second number. Now you follow your addition rules. I have a 9 plus a -10. We have a positive and a negative. We subtract. The difference is 1. Find a difference. And then keep the sign of the higher number. So the -10 is a higher digit. So I'm going to be using the negative sign for my answer. Okay. So now, 3 minus a 13. Change it to an addition problem. Change the sign of the second number. So I have a 3 plus a -13. So what I have here is the difference is 10. And it's going to be a -10 because of the -13. 7 plus 10, change to an addition, change the sign of the second number. Follow addition rules. Positive plus a negative means I'm going to subtract. Keep the sign of the higher digit. Okay? Multiplying rules. A negative times a negative is positive. 5 times 4 is 20. So it's going to be a positive 20. A negative times a positive is a negative. 5 times 4 is still 20. Positive times a negative is a negative. 7 times 6 is 42, I think. If it's not, look at your chart. You guys know how I am with that. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the next page. Here we are, division practice. Okay, so with division, they follow the same rules as multiplication. Okay, have a positive divided by a negative. 5 will go into 10 2 times. So my answer is going to be negative. Anytime you have a positive divided by a negative, answer will be negative. A negative divided by a negative, 1 will go into 4 4 times. Answer is positive. Negative divided by a negative is a positive. Now have negative 20 divided by a negative 5. 5 will go into 20 4 times. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. Okay? For these down below, which I demonstrated in class with most of you, I think. Okay? Start with the first two that are right here. I have a 15 minus a negative 3. Okay? See that plus sign in there? Well, like we reviewed back in October, you can see this. You know that you can just simply change it to an addition problem. So remember that minus, half a parentheses, minus creates a plus sign right there in the middle. 15 plus 3, right? 15, 16, 17, 18. Bring down my next part, which is plus a negative 4. I like to put parentheses around negative numbers. I have a positive plus a negative, so you know you're going to subtract according to the addition rules. If I subtract, I have this. Whoops. Should be a 14. 18 minus 4 is 14, and it's going to stay a positive because the 18 is positive. So now I'm just going to bring down the 5. The negative 5 now needs to come down. See this? And what I have to do here is change it to an addition problem. Change the sign of the second number. Follow my addition rules. A positive plus a negative, I'm going to subtract. This should be 9. Keep the sign of the higher digit. 14 is higher. Final answer is a positive 9. Over here, let's do these two first. So I have 13 minus 21. Change it to an addition problem. Change the sign of the second number. So I have 13 plus a negative 21. The difference between 13 and 21. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 is 8. And it's going to be a negative 8 because that negative is bigger. Okay? I'm going to bring down the next part, which is negative 5. Bring it right down. And of course, what I end up doing is change it to an addition, change the sign of the second number. A negative 8 plus a negative 5. A negative plus a negative is a negative answer. Just add them together. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay? And now I'm going to bring down this, I'll use orange, negative 7. Bring it down. Change it to an addition problem. Change the sign of the second number. Negative plus a negative is a negative. Just add. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And what I have left is this minus negative 3. If, notice that addition sign right there in the middle, minus, see the addition sign I created? So make it an addition and follow the rules. A negative plus a positive, I'm going to subtract. This should be 17. Keep the sign of the higher number. Negative 17 is the answer. Let's see what we have next. Okay, this sheet right here, it was just more practice of integer problems. You do not have to complete this sheet. If you just want to complete some of the problems for practice, that's fine. Okay, for example, if you're looking at this one right over here, you have 4 plus a negative 2. Okay, so 4 plus a negative 2. Follow your addition rules. Have a positive plus a negative, which means I'm going to subtract. keep the sign of the higher digit. You're supposed to do all these problems and then graph the dots for everything, and that's just a little bit too much, so we're not going to do that. So this is just additional integer rule practice if you need it, okay? I'm going to move on because that sheet does not have to be completed for your packet. So, looking at the next thing, now we're going on to real numbers. I'm going to stop the video right here and do a part 2. In part 2, I'm going to pick up with this. See you on the next one.